Happy Saturday, my purple banditos, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Glazed. I'm PurpleRodri. Last time, we made our way here to Blackthorn City after we finally crossed through the ice path. In today's episode, we're going to do a little bit of backtracking now. We're back here in Ecruteak City because we need to make our way up the Bellsprout Tower because that's what everybody was telling us, so that's where we're going to be headed. It looks like there are a couple of Team Fusion grunts here, so we are headed in the right direction. Also, once again, thank you guys for your tips and your comments. Make sure you guys give this video a like. It looks like we have made it to Bellchime Trail. What is going on? Absol, use Dark Pulse. I will battle this grunt and join you shortly. Skarmory, use Steel Wing. Go on, we'll hold them off. So it looks like Pius and Henry are actually holding off the grunts for us, and we have officially made it into the Bellsprout Tower. And let's go ahead and see what kind of Pokemon are going to be around here. Little Rattatas are going to be running around this place, and I guess we will have to use a Max Repel in order to explore this area. Now, this is actually an area that we were told to explore quite a bit ago, but I feel like we've had so much going on that I kind of totally forgot about it, and I just recently remembered that this is probably something that we should do. It's probably at least somewhat important, and it looks like we're gonna have our first battle. Alright, let's keep on going through this tower then. It looks like there are going to be a lot of grunts though. Alright, let's keep on going through this tower then, and I'm actually a little bit surprised. There we go. So we made it to an area in the Bell Tower that actually allows you to ride your bike. Now, this is what I remembered from the Bell Tower. This is what I remembered from, climbing all those towers back in the day in Johto. So it looks like we've finally done it, but let's take this guy on. I've actually had the chance to just play my PS4 recently, and I don't know about you guys, but I like games that are challenging, so I've just been asking like my friends, like, what type of game should I play? What game should I go for? And they told me that Dark Souls 3 was good, so I just got that, and I'm gonna start playing it. I'm gonna hope for the best and hope that I'll be able to make it through that one too. I think it's always fun getting to go into games that you don't really know much about, and I gotta tell you, Dark Souls is one of those series that I've just tended to stick away from, so I'm also a little bit excited to find out how difficult it really is and just to get to play through it. You know, sometimes when you haven't had the chance to play through a certain genre, it's nice to get into it. Let's take her on. As I was saying, I think it's always cool to get to play through games that you really haven't had the chance to before. I always enjoy doing that. That's when I love when people give me suggestions for games. I'm just like, yeah, by all means, if you're gonna tell me about a really good game, I'm all up for hearing about it. I love, giving it a chance and trying out new things. That's what it's all about. Imagine half the games you wouldn't have played if it didn't have like a cool picture on it or a cool cover on it. And most of them probably turned out to be lame too. That's just how it used to be. Let's battle this guy. At times, it was the games with the best covers that actually ended up having some of the crappiest gameplay. I gotta tell you guys that. I remember when I first bought Superman 64 for the N64, I was like, oh, this game's gonna be awesome. Look how cool it looks. It's Superman. It's a superhero. As I really used to be into DC superheroes when I was a kid, because that's pretty much all I watched on TV. And then I get the chance to play this game, and I'm just like, well, I don't really know what the heck was going on. So we had a bunch of those arts, the nice art that would just like hope that made it that the game was good, and it just didn't really happen that way, you know? You would just hope that the game was going to be as good as the art, and it didn't turn out like that. And then once in a while, you'd end up having a game that was absolutely so much better. I don't know about you guys, but Glover was actually the first game that I owned on my N64, and I remember thinking it was such a goofy, silly game, but then it turned out to actually be a lot of fun and be pretty good and strategic. If you guys have never played it before, it's about this little glove that goes around and can control balls, different types of balls, like a bowling ball, a little tennis ball, whatever you want to call it. He just controls a bunch of different balls, and he can change them and stuff, and it's actually a really, really cool game. But from the cover art, you would have never guessed it. That was the first game I bought because it was on the discount rack, and I was just like, yeah, sure. Well, I'm just gonna get a cheap game and hope it is fun, and it actually turned out to be, which is kind of cool. Now, I'm actually gonna try to find where I'm going, guys, so I'm a little bit lost here. As you might be able to tell, I think I know where it is that we need to head to. Now, it's just a matter of getting there. So it turns out that these puzzles are still quite a bit challenging, so they still aren't the easiest of puzzles, and I believe this will take us down the right path, or at least I'm hoping that it will. This looks like the path I haven't headed down before, though. There we go. I wanted to get to those stairs in the middle, so let's take this path, and this is looking a little bit better. We're gonna have a battle. Okay, so let's keep on moving through this tower. Hopefully this will lead us to the top of it. I'm also really excited to find out what's going to be at the top of this tower, by the way, because I really don't know. Oh, what is this? Okay, so now we have the little teleportation tiles. That is so weird. When did they add this into this bell tower? It can't have been that long since the last time I came through the bell tower. Let's take this guy on. Alright, let's go ahead and explore what's on this tile then. They're probably hiding at least something. Come on. Nothing up here. Let's go ahead and check the other one out. One of these tiles has to lead us in the right direction. I feel like we've already climbed so much of the bell tower that I'm just hoping that we find the exit out of this place soon enough. With that, though, we found a shiny stone, but it looks like we've also come upon another dead end. So it looks like this place isn't going to lead us in the right direction. So they have put these little, these little guards to throw you off just a little bit. Let's figure out where it is that we need to go, though. All right, we're going to have to go back quite a bit, actually. Yeah, this is actually going to be quite a bit of backtracking. And now let's actually just try to make our way through the ramps. Maybe this will be it? That was quite simple. Now we have 2 tiles to pick from. We're just gonna go ahead and go for the middle one and hope that it was right. Okay, that was a total mess of a battle. Let's see where this is taking us, though. This looks like we just teleported back. Am I headed down the right way or am I not? I don't even know anymore. This looks like something we've actually explored before. Maybe it is? Maybe it isn't. It looks like we have made it to the top, though. It looks like Regina's already here, though. So let's go ahead and prepare to talk to her, battle her, whatever it is she's going to have coming up against us. I'm going to put Rover up in front, though, and let's see what's going on.
To represent the lightning that struck the tower, the Thunder Orb. To represent the flames that engulfed the tower, the Volcano Orb. To represent the rain that extinguished the blaze, the Aurora Orb. I have arranged the orbs as the legends say. Come, Ho-Oh!
I have heeded your call, Regina, but I have seen into your heart and I know it's not pure. Return the orbs and leave in peace.
Don't tell me what to do. The orbs have been arranged, so now you belong to me.
Oh, wait, what the fudge is going on? Here we go. Who is going up against the Ho-Oh? With that, guys, it looks like a wild Ho-Oh has appeared and an Absol is going up against it. So I'm going to go ahead and take a wild guess that it's Regina going up against the Ho-Oh. And that is kind of out there. That is something I did not expect us to see. I thought, if anything, we were going to get the chance to battle the Ho-Oh. But it looks like Regina is going to be going after it because she feels like she has some sort of claim on this Ho-Oh. I mean, if she went as far as to collect all 3 of those orbs, hey, by all means, I know how hard it can be to collect orbs and run around some of these regions in order to get these Pokemon. So, Regina, if you work that hard, you know, go for it. You do your thing. Maybe you can actually catch this Ho-Oh. If she catches it with a Pokeball, this is one of the biggest, you know, bullcrap things I have seen. There's no way she's actually gonna catch that Ho-Oh with a Pokeball. Okay, I would like to see that happen to me. I would like to see that happen. With that, guys, Regina caught Ho-Oh.
I've done it. I really captured Ho-Oh, and now that I have it, it's time to deal with our little spectator. Oh yes, I knew you were watching the whole time. You could have spread the story of how I, Regina, captured Ho. But now without a little revenge, you can't beat me with a legendary on my side.
Here we go, Rodri versus Regina. So let's go ahead and take on Regina and Ho-Oh. Ooh, Regina's actually looking good. Let's go ahead and take her on. She only has 3 Pokemon, though, which is a little bit surprising. But let's go ahead and take her down, then. I'm actually going to go for the Rock Climb. Now, the cool thing, other than Rover being 19 levels up on this Ho-Oh, is the fact that we do have a couple moves that might just help us out a little bit going up against this Pokemon. I got to tell you guys, though, it's really cool getting to see someone like Regina going around collecting all these different orbs and doing all these things that we usually have to do in order to catch some Pokemon. So it's kind of cool seeing a rival, or whatever you would want to call her, as just one of those people that are just going ahead and just going through the same things you go through. It's definitely kind of funny. Come on, can we take down this Ho-Oh, though? I was hoping that we would be able to take this guy down a little bit easier, but it's been a little bit tougher so far. With that, Rover's going to go for the Rock Climb. And what can we expect, guys? It's a level 50 Ho-Oh. It's not like it's going to be the toughest of battles here. All right, she's going to send out a Zoroark. We're just going to go ahead and keep out Rover. We got to give Rover a little bit of action once in a while. And see, now Regina has some stronger Pokemon. So I was thinking, there's no way that all her Pokemon are at level 50 right now, considering how much higher up our Pokemon are. All our Pokemon are getting close to 70, which is a lot if you guys think about it. We've been through a lot of this region in the past 2 regions, so it does make sense that our Pokemon would finally be getting to that level. Let's go for another Fury Cutter, though. I'm so glad that at least one of our Pokemon has this move, because it's definitely helped us out quite a bit. If it wasn't for having Fury Cutter, I don't know, this battle could have gone a completely different way. Okay, I totally forgot we can't use that, so let's go for the Rock Climb. That's going to take down the Zoroark, and very nice. You know, guys, lately I've been having these really vivid dreams. I don't know what it is, but do you guys ever have those times when you're just going to sleep and you just end up having some of the most vivid, whether dreams or nightmares or whatever they are? I don't know what it is. Maybe I've been sleeping wrong on my side or something, but I just feel like I've been having such strange dreams that feel so realistic, and you kind of wake up a little bit shaken up. You're like, whoa, that was weird. That felt so real. So I don't know. I guess that's just something that I kind of got to snap out of. Just one of those things that is kind of happening, you know. Once in a while you have those dreams that feel so real, and it's just, you know, something you got to snap out of.
Even with a legendary by my side, I still lost.
We got 1488 for winning, and with that,
why must the forces of good always defeat us? Or perhaps it's because you're strong. You're not the champion for nothing.
Stop this at once, Regina. It is against Arceus' will to capture Legendary. If you release a Ho-Oh, I can lead you down the path of righteousness. I can take you to Arceus' kingdom.
I can't do that, even for you, Pius. From this point on, I'm disbanding Team Fusion. I hate lugging them around everywhere. Oh, use Fly.
Okay, so it looks like Team Fusion has been disbanded. We've heard this before, though, so it's not something that we need to really take too much into consideration, considering the fact that this would be the 2nd time that Team Fusion is disbanding.
Return to your search for badges, okay? You've done more than I could ever deserve. I hope I can make it up to you someday. But for now, take care.
Alright, see you later, Henry. Hopefully, we helped you out in some way. And it looks like these orbs are actually refusing to budge. So it looks like they've been permanently placed here. And maybe Regina does permanently have Ho-Oh now. Maybe by the next time we see her, Ho-Oh will be really trained up. And it could make for a much more difficult time. So next time, guys, we're going to continue from this point. And we will be making our way, hopefully, to the 8th gym. I still have to figure out what's going on with Claire and Lance. So if you guys have any tips and comments on what's coming up with that, let me know. I really appreciate it when you guys leave me your comments. Make sure you guys give this video a like as well. With that, guys, we're going to continue here from Ecruteak City next time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next episode. Goodbye.